What if the next Spider-Man villain hasn't been officially announced, yet already has tanks rolling down the street? A giant armored vehicle, painted in all black, slowly moves through what looks like a war-torn version of New York. On the side of the tank, one symbol stands out, a red devil's face. It's not just random graffiti. Fans who know the Spider-Man lore recognize it immediately. That symbol, it belongs to the inner demons. And if that's true, it means one thing Mr. Negative is coming. Spider-Man brand. New Day is now officially filming. Tom Holland is back, and Marvel is hiding something. But the leaks, the set photos, and those strange military vehicles are giving us the answers before the studio does. If you're wondering what it all means, stay with me. These photos were taken on the streets of Glasgow, which has been transformed to look like New York City. In these new Spider-Man Brand New Day set leaks, we see massive tanks, armored trucks, and futuristic vehicles. But what stands out most is the Red Devil emblem printed boldly on the side. For fans of the comics and the Insomniac Spider-Man games, there's no mistaking it. This is the mark of Mr. Negative's army, the Inner Demons. They're known for their brutal tactics, military-grade weapons, and a willingness to do anything for their master. So, what is a Chinese-American crime lord with dark energy powers doing in the MCU's Phase 6? To understand that, we have to go back to who Mr. Negative really is. In the comics, he's Martin Lee, a man who appears to be a generous philanthropist running a shelter for the homeless. But at night, he transforms into Mr. Negative, a terrifying figure who can corrupt minds, infect people with dark force energy, and even weaponize a deadly virus known as Devil's Breath. In many ways, he's the perfect modern-day villain, both ruthless and deceptive, and if the MCU is now shifting back to street-level storytelling, he fits that vision perfectly. Now think about where we left Peter Parker. After the events of No Way Home, Doctor Strange's spell erased Peter's identity from the world. Nobody remembers who he is. Not MJ, not Ned, not even Happy. He's completely alone, and that makes him vulnerable, the perfect target for someone like Mr. Negative. Spider-Man brand. New Day is not just a title. It's a direct reference to the 2008 comic book storyline, where Peter Parker wakes up in a world where his identity has been magically erased. In that arc, Mr. Negative was one of the first villains Peter encountered in this new life. He's the shadow that creeps in when Peter is at his lowest. The new film is set to release in July 2026. But here's where things get more interesting. On one of the tanks spotted during filming, a date was seen December 2027. This gives us a major clue. It means that Spider-Man Brand New Day likely takes place after the upcoming Thunderbolts movie, and before Avengers Doomsday. That places it firmly in the middle of Phase 6, giving Peter enough time to rise again before the next global event. So, who's confirmed for this movie? Tom Holland is obviously returning. Zendaya is back as MJ. Jacob Batalon is returning as Ned. But it doesn't stop there. Jon Bernthal's Punisher is now part of the cast, and that alone changes the tone of the film. You don't bring in the Punisher unless things are about to get gritty. Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is also appearing, likely as a more savage version to balance out the emotional chaos. New faces like Sadie Sink and Liza Colon-Zayas are joining too, though their roles are still under wraps. And if the rumors are true, Michael Mando's Scorpion will also be returning, giving us not just one villain, but possibly 2 or 3. And let's not forget that if Mr. Negative is here, then Devil's Breath might be as well. That's not just a threat to Peter, that's a bioweapon that could threaten all of New York. The question now becomes, how will Peter fight back? With no allies, no backup, and no identity, he's starting from zero. This is not the Peter Parker who had Tony Stark watching over him. This is not the Peter Parker who could call on the Avengers. This is Peter alone, cornered, hunted, and facing a villain who can twist the minds of even the strongest heroes. Now let's talk about what Marvel has not confirmed. They haven't officially named Mr. Negative in the cast. No actor has been announced. The tank logos and military gear are not labeled in any obvious way. And yet the symbolism is too strong to ignore. That red devil face has only one meaning in Spider-Man lore. If it looks like Mr. Negative, feels like Mr. Negative, and moves like Mr. Negative, it probably is Mr. Negative. This also raises another possibility. Could this film finally introduce Daredevil or Kingpin in a deeper way? We already know Marvel is investing in street-level heroes again, Echo, Daredevil Born Again, and even Thunderbolts show us that Marvel is stepping away from the cosmic and back into the dark, brutal streets. Spider-Man Brand New Day could be the movie that ties all of that together. Fans online are already piecing the puzzle together. On Reddit and X, users are analyzing every symbol, every vehicle, every frame from these leaked videos. Some even believe the storyline may involve Peter's blood being used to enhance Devil's breath, just like in the games. Others think the Punisher might start as an enemy before becoming an uneasy ally, and some speculate that Hulk's appearance won't be friendly at all. So, where does this leave us? We have Peter Parker, now a ghost in his own city, facing down an underground army with supernatural powers. A bioweapon might be unleashed. The Punisher is locked and loaded. The Hulk is lurking. And somewhere in the shadows, Mr. Negative waits. This isn't a superhero movie. It's a war for Peter's soul. And if that's the case, then we have one final question. Will Peter Parker survive an enemy who can control minds, manipulate energy, and weaponize his own blood? Because if not, then Spider-Man Brand New Day may not be a new beginning. It might be his last,